What are things from the early days of the internet that you don't see much of anymore? Website visit counters, especially ones that look like analog car odometers. I added one to my practice's website in 1996, and the doctors thought I was a genius. Welcome to my Angel Fire website. Some text in yellow on a purple background. Under construction GIFs and web rings. My GeoCities webpage perpetually had an under construction GIF. Apparently I was never done with it. I miss away messages. I want them for text conversations. This would be so incredibly helpful. I'm in a movie theater meeting your mom. Response is delayed. Personalizing your cursor. I remember changing mine to a sword. I miss that. Flash intro screens before entering a website. My web designing skills peaked with my Half-Life site. The whole thing was made in Flash. It even had a community forum made in Flash. The inter had a spinning lambda symbol that swooped across the screen like the obscure reference, Glavin Krull. If you hit the back button too far you had to watch it again. Crappy yet catchy animated videos songs, like the Badger one. Badger badger badger, badger badger badger, badger badger badger, badger 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 mushroom mushroom. E-cards that were sent through email. E-cards are still very much a part of the Fortune 500 company experience. Gotta keep sending out those birthday and years of service e-cards. Active chat rooms, RSL. Referring to arguments as flame wars. I'm gonna send a PM to the mods that you were flaming me. Then I'll put it in my SIG so everyone knows. America Online 10,000 hour free trial discs. I think those discs were in a garbage planet on Futurama. Being anonymous and untraceable. I miss that also. Ethan from California. Websites that play music as soon as you open them. Like this one. People with their own web domain that isn't for making money. I still own several domains I bought just for the lulz. One day you will be useful. chaoticgoof.com. Whereas. Wow, can't believe I found another, but original this far down the thread. Regular people whipping up their own website from scratch. Now it's usually some prefab hosted thing like WordPress or Tumblr. I mean, they do it better, and it looks cleaner than whipping it up by one's limited understanding of HTML. These days a personal website is honestly like a more presentable Facebook page. Netscape. Firefox is basically the descendant of Netscape Navigator. Porn pop-ups when you tried searching something innocent. Now that you mention it, Google Images really has come a long way from where it started. ICQ Messenger from the pre-Facebook time, 96,292,687. How do I still know my number after like 20 years? Haha. Guest books and visitor counters. That counted what were probably real people. Chain emails predicting your death if you don't forward to 14 friends. I feel like those basically became the let's see who will repost this shut posts on Facebook. Sites that use real player for video or audio. Don't forget good old Shockwave. You enter the site and you just browse it. No agree without cookies policy. Agree with our new 2S. We've updated our privacy policy. Wanna receive notifications. Wanna bookmark us. This site wants to know your location. Wait, don't leave. We have a special offer when mouse moves up. Enter your email to subscribe to our news. And the special evil for me, the text chat with support on the site, exists just to throw enter your phone. So we can call you after you write anything there. Or the worst, try our app. Winamp really whips the llama's ass. Nice. How many hours did I spend trying to skin that thing? About the same amount as I spent trying to find my favorite skin. There was a Natalie Portman one that won for a bit. I'm pretty sure I had no idea who Natalie Portman was at the time. I definitely had tens, maybe even hundreds of kilobytes of Winamp skins in a folder. MSN and mostly the fact that you could save every GIF anyone sent you, and you could program with which letter number combination they'd get on your screen. It became a sport to have as many as possible. My girlfriends and I would have to start saying goodbye about 5 minutes before we actually had to go, so we could mindlessly high-speed type our usual 40 glittery, shiny and moving images of kisses and love us and xxxxxxxx and everything. I miss that time. Oh, and logging on and off again so hopefully your crush would notice you were online. Oh, and logging on and off again so hopefully your crush would notice you were online. Oh, thank God other people did that too. Away MS Sag.js. Those are gone, because people are never away anymore. Toolbars. Remember when your parents would end up installing like 100 toolbars? In 2012, our IT director had installed so many of them with MSIE that he only had about 2 inches of vertical space left for web pages. My solution was Firefox for only work and MSIE for everything else. That worked for him. Between 92 and 98 we used to buy magazines which had interesting websites to visit listed. Search engines only covered a very small part of the net. Google was still years away. Yahoo directory, web crawler, Excite, AltaVista, Ask Jeeves. People today have no idea how shut these were. Playboy dedicated a page every month to interesting, non-porn sites in the late 90s. That was where I read the word blog for the first time. Pretty sure they introduced me to him as well. Napster. OMG, I love Napster. Strongbird. I still adore Teen Girl Squad. I say Daggio all the time. Free website hosting. Think Geocities, Egg, modems handshaking, beans. Hearing the open door sound, knowing you can finally talk to that boy. Now that takes me back. That giddy feeling when my messenger popped up a new window to let me know my crush was typing a message to me. Oh, MSN Messenger. That awful dial-up noise when connecting to the internet. Yes. Then not being able to use your phone while you were online. Old style HTML websites. I miss those. Oh man. I miss simple pages and sites too. Simple, easy, and fast. IkeChat. It's how I first learned of the passing of Princess Diana. Little did I know at the time that one day most of the news I got would come from the internet. I'm still on Ike with people I have known for over 15 years. Those GIFs on Geocities and Gelfire websites that would flash and say this website is a work in progress. Also Geocities and Gelfire, LiveJournal and EdJournal. Usenet. When I first signed up for dial-up internet in the 90s, newsgroups was one of the big selling points, the other two being ML and web. These days, do people even know what Usenet is? Yes. Some years ago, somebody came along Google and archived Usenet. There was a big outcry from some Usenet folks who didn't think they would ever have to see their posts again. Effing ridiculous. If you post it on a public forum, assume that it will live forever. There's no such thing as an internet statute of limitations. Oh, and hey, Andy from the Stephen King Usenet forum, if you're reading this, drop me a line. We've got some catching up to do. LimUI viruses. I would give my computer AIDS to get the latest Shrek soundtrack. This is from the really early days of the internet, around 1986, when I was 10 years old. There used to be a famous BBS in my area, called the Proving Grounds. Unlike most BBSs of the era, the Proving Grounds was a BBS where the user called the number, and if he was very lucky, they'd get connected to a multiplayer RPG based loosely on D&D. You'd create a character like in D&D, and the sysop would give you a small number of hit points, experience points, and a few pieces of gold, and other users would ask to do battle with you. If you said yes, you and the other user would exchange various kinds of attacks, and you gain more XP and gold if you won, and you would then keep going to advance to your next level, buy new armor or spells, etc. There were lists of users and you could go down the list and send them a message that you wanted to fight. It was sweet. It was all text based, obviously. But me and my friends used to get togged to her on the weekends and essentially call the number for the Proving Grounds over and over until we got through. In the days of 1200 baud modems it was tough to get through at all. The BBS was always so busy that we could spend hours and hours trying to get through and hear only busy signals. Apparently, after doing some research about the proving grounds recently, I found that it was a type of BBS that sysops could acquire and run like a template. The one in our area was just called the proving grounds, though. Most BBSs during this time were just message boards or places to trade software, so finding a BBS that was a big RPG was pretty sweet. It was definitely something we all looked forward to doing when we got out of school every day anyways. I miss the early exciting days of the pre-WWW BBS world sometimes. Those were some weird times. That's amazing. I came in a bit later with Telnet clients and Mudsmush's moos, but I love the original versions. Chat rooms. Music CDs that had super secret CD-ROM content or website access. I remember back in 2003 one of my favorite bands allowed you to download a small exe file from their official website, and when you put their album into the disc tray and opened the file it added a bonus song to your CD. Blew my mind at the time. Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel to hear more Redditception.